Bogart had a bounty on his head from a lot of homies in Inglewood, to the point where it was like he was gonna pay to get this dude. So this one particular night, so when he come up on, I look, I said, that's Bogart. So I pull the strap, make sure one in the chamber, heart beating. I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. He should have died at the hand of Inglewood for real, because he was a killer. What's up with it, man? I'm on WigginsTV, man. This is Spud the Blood from Westside Centerport, Inglewood gang.
All right, OG Spud, we got a lot to talk about, man. When did you become familiar with the center part?
As a youngster, man, I moved to the hood. My mother moved out here from Detroit, 74. We lived on 111th Street. All the way to elementary, then I moved to 108th Street. And that's all in the boundaries of the set. I've been from the set since its conception.
And who was some of the other, day ones that you remember from back then?
When the homies who started the set, both we just buried the second one a couple weeks last month. Moji Homie Spaghetti, rest in peace. Moji Homie Big Taco, rest in peace. They started the set. They branched us off from the families where we was basically 111th Street Inglewood families. And Scared Dog and Taco decided for us to be Center Park boys. And then that's how it started. The rest of my first gen homies, Footy, rest in peace, E-Mac, QB, Buttertooth Tank, TJ, a bunch of Ronald, Gino, just all the first generation homies.
Now, respectfully, starting off at Center Park, you like we talked off air, you know what I'm saying? You been wilding since a youngin'.
Yes, indeed. Caught my first case in 79 for burglary. Went to jail for that, and then I was in and out of camps and YA, and just all through my teenage years through the early 80s, just active.
Who were some of y'all, enemies, initially, and how did it start?
Initially, I can't tell you how it started other than it was what it was from the first generation, but like I told you, how Inglewood is set up. I'm from the South Side. The South Side basically borders, we between Crenshaw Mountains, Center Parks and Avenues. We basically take care of the hard time hustlers, the 111s, the Watergates, the RDCs, and the Raymonds, the Legends, Tongans. Then you go on the north side, you got the families, basically A-Trades in the 60s. On the north side, you got the Queen Streets, the Nellas, and the neighborhood Pyrus dealing with basically all the 60s on the back end. Our primary thing was basically dealing with the IVCs, the Watergates, and Raymonds. And they was, the first generation was more or less, they was fighting them. Where the second generation, it was time for gunplay, and it was activated.
Now, can you tell us some of them stories, man? We talked about it off air, man, but if you can, man, whatever you could, man.
Some of them funny, some of them serious, but I can remember a time, like I said, about me. It was these little bras, little females, Linda and Lisa, stayed on 116th and Ardell. Rest in peace, Lisa.
And for those who don't know, that's Watergate.
That's Watergate.
Yeah.
And my homies used to always tell me along with Uchi, stop going over there. Stop going there, it's gonna get y'all. So, me, since I got a pistol, I think I'm He-Man. I'm rolling. I just tell them I'm Superman. I got an S on my chest for real. And I went over there and we do our thing with the little girls come outside. OG Watergate Chucky stay right across the street. Every time I come outside, it's about 10 Watergates. They're like, now you out of bounds. I'm like, man, the girl you want to call the police? No, I'm calling the police now. It's like, I'm out of bounds. I got this pistol. So it's however y'all want it. Pull the pistol out. I always backed in my colors, jumped in the car, thought about giving it to him. I'm like, no, her mom and them might tell me, so I ain't do no busting. I just roll on out. And it's just been several different little enemies. They caught me one time.
Oh.
They caught me one time.
How'd they catch you?
I ran out of gas.
Ah,
I'm coming down here, the car puckered out, and I was trying to cross over Crenshaw on the IDC side, because I figured I had better action, thinking they wasn't going to come across the street. Yeah, they came over, they got me. I was just scared they was going to shoot me. They just busted me up a little bit, touched me up real decent. So I had to go lick my wounds, come back and lit their ass up. And that was about 84. Yeah, I was like 84.
All right.
And then, I mean, like I told you about a funny story about Bogart.
Yeah, let's hear that. Let's get to that.
Bogart from Raymonds. And I like to give my adversaries, if they about that, I like to give them their props. He was about that. He was about that in every fashion. I can't say rest in peace though, because they killed too many of my homies. Straight up. But he gone. Police did it. He should have died at the hand of Inglewood for real, because he was a killer. But
and that's Bogart from Tindall's Reign.
Bogart from Tindall's Reign.
All right.
I give him his props. But I thought I'd never even tell this story though. I told y'all, so I'm going to tell it just to so your readers can see that I'm a real nigga. I'm going to keep it 100. Now, Bogart had a bounty on his head from a lot of homies in Inglewood, to the point where it was like he was going to pay to get this dude. So this one particular night, he used to go to jail. And when he go to jail, I used to tell the homies, why y'all don't get that in jail? Why y'all let this thing come home? Because every time he come home, he kills somebody. So this particular time, the third of that day, the girl come through the hood and say, Bogart got out. Y'all be careful. This nigga, that nigga, we looking for that, sticking the chest out. So one particular night, the homies went to some party in some other hood, the east side or somewhere, and the hood was empty. So I said, I'm gonna stay back in the set and get some money. So I got the 49er jacket on, the 49er beanies, like 11:30 late night. I'm in the cut with the pistol coming out, get my little sell my little rocks. I come back in, I just happen to look. And on the corner of Woodworth and Lawrence at the time, towards that alley, the lights shine, the street lights shine real bright for some reason right there. And I see this car come real slow and stop, and I see this get out the car looking everywhere, and I got that pole. I'm like, what was that?
A chop?
Yeah, AK, Chopper, or whatever his name is. He goes down the alley and the car following him. So now, how the bottoms is set up, I'm looking and I can see the car lights coming all the way down the alley. He go all down the alley, like 4 blocks, and then come up Darby, and then coming back down Lawrence. So when he come up under, I look, I say, that's Bogart. So I pull the strap, make sure one in the chamber. I got this. He looking around. He like, ain't none of them niggas out, cuz. Ain't none of them niggas out, cuz. So we walk, and he on the other side of the street, and he walking. I'm like, I got this heartbeat. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. All the way till he got in the car and left.
Oh, shit.
I couldn't do it. I was like, what if I miss? If I miss this, nigga raise that chopper up and tear my ass up.
Oh.
And to me, my brain is processing this because I know he's a killer. He's not the type when I start busting gonna run. He's gonna turn and start getting back at me. And I'm gonna get towed up. So he got in the car and he left. I waited a minute, jumped in my car, punched the house, and next they called the big homie and told him what I did. He said, what? I said, I couldn't do it.
Oh, shit.
That's a true story. That's a Bogart story.
But you know what? We respect that, man. You gotta keep it honest, man.
I was scared to death. All I kept thinking, what if I miss? And this got this big old thing. What if I miss? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I had him, though. I had him.
For sure, for sure.
Couldn't do it.